I start this project with some 8/4 rough sawn black walnut, and I just chop it to a rough length at the miter saw just to have a manageable length to work with. And then I get it to the planer. I don't worry about face jointing this. I just feed it through the planer. Skip planing, which is where you flip it over each time you send it through. So I just skip plane this on the planer to get it down where each surface is smooth, plane down, and co-planer where each side is parallel to each other. After the planer, I go to the joiner and I reference one of those planed edges or planed faces, and I edge joint one face of that. I need a straight edge that I can use in the next step to reference on my CNC table. So after each side is, or each face is planed and one edge is straight, I get some measurements of this, both the thickness, the width, and the length, so that I can then head over to the computer here to set up my tool paths and make sure I'm carving the right depths. I then secured the block very securely down to the CNC table. This is a super important step because if it moves around, your whole carve will be messed up. So I take the time, secure it down with many clamps. I set the bit 0 here, both the X, Y, and Z axis, setting 0 so that there's a good and true reference point. And then I just let the CNC do the work. It carves out a pocket in the middle for the main tray part, as well as a lip around the outside and a raised portion that will accept the lid in a later step. My bit on the CNC was not long enough to cut all the way through this 8/4 walnut, so here I'm at the bandsaw just finishing that cut. It is just a rough cut, which is why I move over to the router in this step with a flush trim bit to finish the cut and make sure all the edges are trimmed flushly and smoothly. There was one corner that became messed up here, so I'm just using my belt sander to smooth out that corner. Now I'm back at the planer, getting another piece milled down, getting the edge jointed, going back to the CNC, cleaning up the sawdust from a previous project, and carving out this piece of Peruvian walnut, which is a little bit thinner and becomes the lid of the box. And again, with the CNC router, it's important to take the time and get everything clamped down securely. That thing cannot move at all. But once it's clamped down, same thing. This is just a time lapse that shows cutting out the lid. It's a pocket in the inside and then a lip with a recess on the outside that will mate with the main box piece. Same deal, go back to the bandsaw, finish the cut roughly, then go to the router table with a flush trim bit and trim all the sides smoothly. And then I remove my current router bit in the router table and install this roundover bit, which I will apply a roundover profile to all edges of the lid as well as the box portion. So the top and bottom of this project will have a nice roundover around all edges. After the roundover, I begin sanding. I kind of work my way through the grits, sand all the surfaces smooth, sand the edges smooth, get rid of the burn marks, etc. Just spend some time sanding, you'll get a better finished product. And then I use this Danish oil, and I just kind of apply it very liberally, probably a little bit more than I would have liked. But I let the oil just kind of soak into the wood, and I use a foam brush just to brush it around, get it all smooth. It is a little too much oil for this application, but it's okay because after this flood coat and evening it out and spreading it, I then go back with a paper towel or a shop rag in this case and just scuff off and kind of buff off the excess, get rid of the excess essentially. Once the excess is gone, I'll leave it to dry. And after it's dry, we have the final product. And here's some pictures that I took of the final product. It's a walnut box with a removable lid. Thanks for watching and subscribe to my channel.